Prakash Shrestha sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much.
Maoist fall. Do you think Mao is exactly Maoist fall in Nepal?
Maoist, Nepal Maoist, the ideology come from the China, right? Mao Zedong, that is come. From there, the idea came here in Nepal. See, even in China, from 1966, the Mao thoughts leaders in a central committee of Communist Party, they are in a minority. Mao Zedong, even himself was a chairman of Communist Party, but he was in minority. So it means Maoist, or even in China, they were in a minority. Certainly, there is absolutely no questions why Maoists are just becoming lesser, smaller and smaller, right? There is absolutely no questions. Even in China, from 1966, they were started to collapse. We are living in 2000, Bikram Sambat 2082. Such a long years of gaps, right? Here, Maoist collapsing process is a possibility, is a certain way, right? That is one aspect. Another aspect is, I was born in Dang and brought in Gorkha district. Lots of Maoist leaders, I know them. They know me also. Without saying a Maoist Jindabad, they directly went into the one narrations. Political powers comes from the barrels of the guns. They directly went to the battlefield with the government, right? The states. Why they went to the war? Because they thought, since in Bikram Sambat 2048, the communists were the third largest party in Nepal. They blame that the parliamentary system is such a place where the dog meats are sold by showing the lamb head, right? They blame and they burned the constitutions and they went to the 10 years of war, right? 17,000 people were killed there. But after 10 years, they come again in the same process, same method, parliamentary system, and they become the prime ministers and the ministers. After 10 years,
and what a coincidence, they are still the third largest party.
Still third largest party, because they are collaborating with sometimes with the Congress, sometimes with the MLA, right? That's why they are surviving. If that is not happen, they will collapse. Coming 2084, the election, right? I think they will collapse. Like Raprapa, they will become like Raprapa. This is the process. That's why their collapse is going down and down, right? 1, 2 number is that. The third number is they leave their methodology, right? In third, they are saying they are manipulated war machine by the foreigners. They are manipulated machine. Hiding himself in India, killing 17,000 people in Nepal, spreading the political identity politics in Nepal, spreading the Christianity here, right? People come to know them, the Maoist. That's why they live, everybody is living the Maoist. Still, what kind of people are surviving there is who is giving the money, some funds there, right? Still, that kind of people are surviving in Maoist. The another important part is why Maoist fell is Maoist always teach their cadres, their societies, right, to hatred against the wealth and the wealthiness. Always Samanti, Mahasamanti, bourgeois like words. If someone come, the very wealthy man, they directly says the Samanti. It means the negative connotations in politics.
Feudalism.
Yeah, they're always negative. In equations, there is a beautiful equations, There is, if you love the educations, probably you become educated. It will not happen, never ever happen. You hatred the educations and you become educated. It not will happen. Beside that, the same principle applied in wealth. If you hatred the wealth, you become poor. You love the wealth, you become a richer, right? After that, his all cadres, when they went into the parliamentary systems, all the gunners, right, the warriors of Maoist, they become penniless. And after that, they started to smuggling, gold smuggling. I think in my opinion, 80% Maoist cadres are involved in smuggling. Money fraud. Even the women's leaders from Maoist, they are showing breast to earn the money in social media. Do you think how big mistake is Maoists doing, right? This is the thing. That's why he is collapsing. And it should be collapsed. Maoist should be collapsed because it's a curse of our country. Because Maoists creating the size of Maoists is a curse of country. Creating the size of communist is a curse of our country. That is the thing. That's why it should be collapsed.
So once, whatever you said, once it's largest party in 2064 in the election. So after then, leaders are just like they split one after another, and now they have dozens of Maoist parties, factions.
Yes.
And so do you think in the name of the king, they are afraid still now, so they are planning to unite it? So do you think it's possible to become Maoist the most powerful party again?
See, it happens in politics. It's a possibility. Communist first enemy is communist. At that time, they broke away, right? Now their enemy, the last enemy, the final enemy is raising his head. That is the king, right? At that time, it is the possibilities that they can reunite. But they never be long term. It will break again.
So why the communist broke actually?
See,
their enemies is their own racist people. It's you already said. So does it have any connection with that?
see, one is everybody wants to be a leader. This is one, right? Because their methodology in Communist Party, there is only one leaders. It's only one leaders.
Dictator type.
Yes, every country is captured by the Communist Party, and this Communist Party is captured by their central committee, and this central committee is captured by Politburo committee, and this Politburo committee is captured by one man,
Chairman.
Somehow we say chairman. In Russia we go the boss. In somewhere something, right? And in Maoism, it is chairman. But the conditions of Nepal, the heredity of our things is different. We have, everybody wants to speak. Everybody have a right to speak, right? And at that time, the two aspects collide in Communist Party and then break away. Is one aspect. The another is in Bikram Sambat 2048, when they went into the jungle for the warfare, they have only one this agenda, that is called Jana Ganatantra. Means the same. Whole party is captured by that. They want to make the same thing. And the process was through the barrel of gun. Everybody went there, but the Prachanda bargained with the government and come into the parliamentary systems. At that time, all broke because they have a different system. That is the one, another reason. And nowadays, still people are engaging there. Very minimal numbers are there. Maybe the rise of their final king, final enemy king, maybe it seems they're reuniting. That is the only thing.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Thank you.